everyone ready now?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Thank
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
you.
Good luck.
Okay,
So,
now we're actually going to get started. Are we going to put the runners back in the teams? Yeah. Okay. There.
Okay, so as we said before, in Dark Souls, we get to pick our starting class, we get to pick our character, and we get a starting gift as well that will help us throughout the run. As Luke said, in any percent, we pick up the bonfire aesthetic, which allows us to set an area into New Game Plus, and we use this to acquire more souls. But in this game, in this run, they'll be picking up either healing wear or bonfire aesthetic, and the healing wares help us to get through harder areas like they would in all bosses.
It looks like Aang's grabbed the bonfire aesthetic. I didn't catch what everybody else grabbed though.
You can see a few of them running over to the carts. As very inventive as we are, we call it cart soul, and if you run at a specific angle, you can just about grab the soul behind it without breaking the cart.
Yeah, it's pretty slow to break the cart. You have to hit it probably 4 or 5 times with your weapon. It's much faster to just run into it and get the item anyway.
Yeah. As you can see now, we're going to the hub area, Majula, and a few of the runners are going to go kill Moglin because his armor set gives you more soul. And a few people are going to go get the bonfire because they're not allowed.
Yeah, the reason is that one of the squares is to have all NPCs alive, but since this is Team Bingo, only one person needs to have all the NPCs alive. So one person is allowed to kill the NPC that gives you more souls, but the other one has to leave him alive until the end of the game, or at least until they can return everybody to town.
We can see Nick Style picking up the Way of Blue, so that'll be the first square on the board marked once he's ready to do so.
Usually, squares will get marked at elevators or something like that, areas where there's a break. It's pretty inefficient to pause your game and mark squares every time.
So we can see them all at the gate to the Forest of the Fallen Giant. It's basically the first area of the game. And while they're waiting for the elevator to go up, they're just going to do some menuing, clear out some of their inventory, and stuff like that. You also see the difference in class picks. So we see ensgmaster has picked the Explorer because he gets lots of items at the start of the game, like the bombs and some resin, some magic resin that we get to apply to a weapon. And the others have all picked Bandit, which is the any percent character who has the best starting stats and best starting weapon.
The Bandit has an excellent set of equipment for dealing with the first boss, basically. Their weapon, the hand axe, is really good against the last giant, and they start with really good stats. You don't actually need to level up to use the best weapon for the run.
Yeah, we're going to see, obviously because of the board squares, we're going to see quite a few different weapons be used against bosses, but the main one most people are going to use is the rapier, which is without doubt the best weapon that you can get very early on in the game.
So Jeff just completed really the first trick of the game. It's called Bomb Wall, because we throw a bomb at the wall. There's some explosive barrels on the far side of the wall, and if you aim your camera a certain way and you throw a firebomb, the fire will clip through the wall and blow up the barrel. It's a really easy trick. It saves about 40 seconds.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's managed to get that done, which is really good. You can get a bit messed up by it sometimes, which is it's nice to see that everyone doesn't have to walk all the way around.
I've lost an embarrassing amount of runs to that. Eng's barely made it through that fog gate, but he's on his way to the last giant.
And the last giant is the first boss of the game, and we'll see how much damage the axe does. It's pretty impressive.
So Nick is on his way to the first NPC that he can return to town, so he's gonna send Kale the cartographer back to town up here once he talks to him.
And you can see Engs already has the armor sets from the merchants, and that's going to give him an extra 22.5% souls. Which is going to
And
be...
it looks like Jeff is heading to the last giant with a torch, because one of the squares is to kill a boss with a torch, and the first boss is the easiest one in the game.
And also, because the giants are slightly free-based, it does extra damage. But it's still really bad damage.
It's very slow. He's going to be here for probably 6 or 7 minutes. And it looks like Pseudo is choosing to fight Last Giant using a shield.
Yeah, so as you can see, the red team are getting themselves ready. Obviously, Nick has already done the way of blue. And the green team are trying to get their first squares done against bosses, which is quite efficient against the easiest boss in the game, or one of the easiest bosses in the game.
So Engs is going for the Pursuer quick kill. So there's another boss in the game that you have to fight called the Pursuer. And if you do that movement in a certain way, he comes down to fight you. And if you sit at the bonfire, he just dies. We're not 100% sure what causes it. We think it's the bird carrying him despawns and he just falls to his death.
And
but it's a very efficient way to get the boss soul, and you get a good ring. And if you do it with just the right timing, you can also get the souls from the actual boss kill as well.
Yeah, you get 17,000 souls, or 17k, and we use it in Dark Souls 2 current patch as our any percent route. And at the moment, we are thinking about...
He didn't get the 17k, but he still got the ring, and that's what's the important part.
Yeah. Actually getting 17k is a really small window of opportunity. So we didn't expect that, but we obviously getting the ring and the souls from it is really helpful for fighting. Obviously gets more damage for the first boss with the torch.
Okay, so Nick is now entering. He's entering Last Giant with a torch, so he's doing the same thing Jeff is doing now. Pseudo is making good progress, killing Last Giant with shield jump attacks. And Eng's just killed Pursuer using the Pursuer ballista strategy.
Okay, and we'll be going on. Engs is on his way to the Bastille, and others are still on their way fighting the Last Giant with probably the worst weapons in the game, or one of the couple of the worst weapons in the game.
So looks like Engs is going to be on his way here to visit Macduff the blacksmith. He's going to buy some materials to upgrade his weapon with. The weapon, he doesn't actually own the weapon yet, but he wants to have the materials ready for when he buys it. He can upgrade it right away.
As you can see, all the players are playing without any armor on. The reason for this is the more armor you have, the slower your stamina, the green bar, regenerates. So we just take off all our armor to have the fastest stamina regeneration as possible. And you'll see players take off, put on and take off their armor.
The barrel didn't blow up on the wall, and he's made a good recovery with the firebomb there to make sure that he opened the way to the blacksmith.
And that death there, because
It
of
was
the
intentional.
situation was intentional, and it's slightly faster than trying to kill the mummy.
So it looks like Jeff is about 3/4 of the way done with Last Giant's health bar, and Pseudo is about 2/3, and Nick isn't even halfway. Poor guy.
Yeah, these weapons do an incredibly low amount of damage.
Yeah,
And
this
it's
is going to be probably the longest boss fights that they do in the whole run. Is killing Last Giant with these weapons.
yeah.
Okay, Engs has his large Titanite shards, which are the medium upgrade material, and he's warping back to town. I think he's going to buy his rapier now, and he's going to upgrade it to +6. Or no, you know what? He's probably going to go kill Dragon Rider first.
You open the door to the blacksmith, but the blacksmith doesn't get in there until you load the area again. So the fastest way, instead of going back to the bonfire and going back to blacksmith, he's just gonna go kill a boss and then walk back. A bit more efficiency.
So Engs right now is doing what is basically the all bosses route, at least so far, where he's done everything you would normally do in all bosses to start. Except for obviously the fact that he did New Game Plus for the Pursuer.
Yeah. Alright, Jeff is almost there.
Yeah, Jeff is about to be done.
Like this, obviously that seems really slow, but you're not gonna get much faster with any of the other bosses. So
Yeah. Last Giant has the lowest fire resistance and the lowest health of any boss in the game that is at least reasonable to do this with.
yeah, so
So Jeff is out of Last Giant and he's on his way.
Engs is going to fight the Dragon Rider. Well, fight is a bit of an odd word. He's just gonna wait for the Dragon Rider to kill itself.
Yeah, he's going to use the Dragon Rider cheese strategy. He's going to bait him to a certain part of the ledge, and he's going to poke himself right off the side.
Yeah, who needs to kill a boss when the boss just falls straight off a cliff? Okay, so Jeff is on his way to the Pursuer, and the obviously Nick and Pseudo are still fighting the Last Giant.
Okay, and it looks like Angus is going to go back now, and he's going back to town, and probably going to buy his rapier now. Pseudo is just about done with Shield Last Giant.
So obviously the two, despite Aang's being so far ahead, Team Bamboozle still needs to kill a boss with a shield at some point. So we'll see how that affects the routing.
Yeah, it seems like Team Calm Mind there has split up the weird boss kills a little bit to make sure that both people get to do some. Okay,
and that is
Pseudo is out of there.
Pseudo's done. Well done.
Nick is almost done with Torch Last Giant as well, so that's it's good to see. Everybody gets to stop using torches.
Okay,
they're Doom's favorite, but most of us can't stand them.
Yeah. Torch only is the best way to do it. Low as hell, but it's really fun. If you like torture.
So Engs is doing his first level up there. He's giving himself some more health, some more endurance, so he has more stamina, and he's giving himself the stats to use the rapier. And he's left himself a lot of souls because he needs to run into this hut here and buy the Silver Cat ring, which reduces the amount of fall damage that you take, which is gonna let him get to the next boss.
So what we're seeing from Pseudo is he's going to get the DLC 2 key. That'll be needed for, if I look at the squares, which one's it?
It's only needed for Kill Sir Alon. It's the only reason to go to DLC 2.
Yeah. So they're gonna go kill. So Pseudo's the one who's obviously gonna go kill Sir Alon from Team Carmine, and he didn't take any full damage because he did a jump attack on the lizard, which causes a special jump attack, which you don't take any full damage from.
Okay, so ensgmaster's at the bottom of the pit. He's on his way to the next boss. It'll be probably a couple of minutes before he gets there. Jeff is buying the cat ring as well. It looks like he's going to drop down the pit after Eng's here.
Looks like Nick has gone into New Game Plus, and
almost
he's
died.
going. Yeah, almost died, but he's going to get the chunks down here instead of, so he doesn't have to go to Macduff straight away.
Well, the chunks will let him upgrade to his weapon to +7, so he'll still have to go to Macduff to get +6.
Oh yeah.
But he is heading out.
Okay, cool.
This area is actually, despite it being a really early game area, it's one of the scariest areas on New Game Plus.
There's a lot of red phantoms, and those guys do a lot of damage when you haven't leveled any vigor. Okay, that's it. Pseudo's off to fight Dragon Rider. Jeff is down the pit.
So Engs is about to hit Black Gulch. Black Gulch, most likely he's going to spend some time here and get the first DLC key, which is from down below this area.
Yeah, you have to kill one of the two giants, and there's you normally have to kill both giants, but there is a interesting interaction where if you kill only one and quit out, you still get the key that we need.
It's okay, because Dark Souls 2 is coded really well. There's absolutely no bugs or exploits.
And we'll see Pseudo doing the Dragon Rider cheese now as well. Nick is on the way to the Bastille.
Oh, looks like Jeff died at some point. I didn't see what killed him. He must have missed the jump that he just did.
Yeah, maybe. So you see Engs has used the Bright Bug and that resin that I was talking about his character starts with. Jeff is doing Jeff Jump.
Nice, he made it. That's a surprisingly difficult jump. So yeah, Engs is fighting these giants. The reason he used a Bright Bug is Bright Bug makes it so you take 20% less damage and you deal 20% more damage. So it's a very powerful item.
It looks like he's killing both giants in order to get the souls.
Killing both giants is faster as long as you have good RNG. And obviously it gets you more souls as well. Okay,
so
Pseudo's upgrading his weapon, so he upgraded to +3, and I think we'll see where he heads next. And Jeff is now on his way to fight the Rotten, it looks like.
So Nick just did Door Skip in Bastille, and he's going to get a few more upgrade materials.
He's gonna kill Lucatiel here. One of the board squares is obtain the Mira Greatsword, and you get it by killing Lucatiel.
So Pseudo is on his way to the Shaded Woods, so there's a little bit different routing here, and we'll see how that pays off.
And it looks like Nick is going to try to just push her off the edge. It didn't go well for him.
Oh.
Lucatiel's pretty strong. If he had come here with a rapier instead of a hand axe, he probably would have killed her okay, but he had a really weak weapon.
Yeah.
Looks like Jeff is fighting the Rotten. In any percent, this is our favorite boss. We fight him 4 times.
You see, you cut off the arm, make the fight a lot safer and a lot faster. And Engs is he's already got the DLC 1 key, but he's on his way to get the Shaded Woods to go get, I guess, Chloranthy Ring and probably a few other stuff. I'm not sure what they want from there.
He's got a route in his brain, he told me, but I don't know what it is.
Nick is getting pummeled again.
He's trying to push her off the ledge, so far with limited success.
Oh.
Oh no, Nick! Okay, so Pseudo is also in Shaded Woods. He's heading for this is the main sort of hub bonfire for the mid to end game. The path branches out 3 ways here. You need to come back here all 3 times to get to the end of the game.
Yeah. Let's see. So they have a similar. So we see Pseudo and Eng's having a similar route, but Eng has been fast enough because he didn't do the field fights in order to already get the DLC one shoot. So we'll see how the different routes plan out. Eng's Nick is still messing around in
He's
Bastille.
still there with Lucatiel, yeah.
Oh, I think he's using the other enemies to try and fight Lucatiel. That's quite smart. Yeah, see what
Oh, he
happens.
pushed her off. Nice. Good job.
Good job, guys.
I think he needs to warp, and when he warps back, the item that he needs will be at her body.
Nah, he needs to buy it from Malincha.
Oh, okay, yeah, after she dies. And then he's going to visit the blacksmith.
So we see Pseudo picking up the Chloranthy ring. This ring gives you 20% stamina regeneration boost. So that'll be really helpful for all the running sections in this game. And there is a lot of them.
As you can see, we do a lot of running. Faster stamina regen is always helpful. Ensgmaster is also picking up the Chloranthy ring right now as well.
We see Jeff is giving some of his armor to the lady that he just unpetrified, and he's doing that in order to take it back to Majula for the Path of Exile, Gathering of Exiles square, which is the center square. So yeah, they had a similar route. They both went down to get Chloranthy, and then off they went.
Looks like Pseudo is now heading towards Skeleton Lords.
While Engs is heading to fight the Rotten, and then into DLC 1. And he's picking up Bonfire.
And I have no idea what Nick's doing. He struggled for so long with Lucatiel. I don't know what he's doing anymore.
He's getting the homeward bones, but damn. Yeah, he's fallen quite a bit behind because of that idea. But then again, the other team have not killed Lucatiel yet, so we'll see how that goes.
I think he's heading now to Dragon Rider to head. I think he has to go to No Man's Wharf, so he needs to kill Dragon Rider before he can do that.
Okay. Yeah, on his way to get RTSR.
So Engs is now fighting the Rotten. He gets to do it with a weapon buff because he started as Explorer and nobody else did. So he has Aromatic Ooze and nobody else has anything to buff their weapon. So it's pretty easy for him. All right, Engs has killed the Rotten.
He's on the way to the DLC 1. Jeff is going to Vengal's head to buy buy a claymore and some gold pine resin, and he's gonna. This is basically the any percent route, and he's gonna use the claymore on a boss called Magus and Congregation.
So gold pine resins buff your weapon with lightning damage, and more bosses in Dark Souls 2 are weak to lightning than any other element, so it turns out to be the best weapon buff you can get. Basically anything wearing a set of armor tends to be weak to lightning, and Dark Souls 2 is kind of a joke in the community as being a bunch of dudes in armor.
He just got headshotted, but he seems to be. I think he'll sort himself out. trying to get out of the hut. There's a lot of ambushes in this game, so you have to be really careful.
Nick just killed Dragon Rider. He's now going to talk to Lucia here.
And he's buying Homewards. This is a really good spell in
So
order
it
to...
looks like he bought Homeward, Force, and Lightning Spear. And I think Nick is the one that is going to kill a boss with only miracles. So I think he's trying to buy enough miracles to be able to do that.
Yeah. So we see Pseudo on the way to Skelly Lords here.
Ensgmaster just missed a jump in DLC 1. It's a pretty hard jump. It's called Photoshop jump, and you need to aim at the perfect spot in order to make it, or you fall down like that. It's okay if you fall. You lose about 10 seconds, but it's not a big deal.
So we've really spread out here. So Pseudo's fighting Skelly Lords. Jeff is fighting the Najka, and she had the worst RNG possible.
Yeah, that's really bad. Bye-bye, Jeff. Oh, no. That's the worst fight. Like, there are no worse attacks he could have got.
So you see Engs has a crossbow here,
Oh, no.
because of course he can't use a bow.
Engs just got invaded by Forlorn in DLC 1. So Forlorn is a Scholar of the First Sin only mechanic where a dark spirit invades you randomly. There's no way to control it, there's no way to avoid it, just sometimes he invades. And it looks like he is Alt F4ing out of the game to reset him. Because while you're invaded by any dark spirit, you can't use Bright Bugs, Homeward Bones, or Dark Sign. So you have to either fight him or die. Or you also can't quit out of the game the normal way, so you need to Alt F4.
That's actually the reason that Nick bought Homeward, because it's a spell that works like a Homeward Bone, but it is faster casting, and it allows you to teleport back to a bonfire if a spirit invades you.
Yeah, it's the only teleportability in the game that you can use while invaded.
Jeff is really having a hard time with Nashka, but he seems to be back on track.
Pseudo seems to be having a little bit of a struggle with Skeleton Lords as well. Engs is making his way through DLC 1. He's on his way right now to pick up one of the best items in the game. It's called Flynn's Ring.
And Nashka...
Oh no, Jeff!
So, if you take way too long with the fight, Nashka will just bury herself underground and take a really long time before she comes back up.
Jeff healed to full and decided to have her come out of the ground to hit him to make her come up faster, and since he was at full health, he survived.
That's an interesting one. So you see Engs went down into this area and he's picking up a load of items. So he's picked up a load of stones that he can imbue his weapon with. And he's also picked up a soul, which is worth like 10,000 souls, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be really helpful for later on. And now he's picking up the Flynn's Ring.
Yeah, so this ring, what it does is it makes it so you deal more damage the lower your equip load is. So if you're wearing no armor, you deal a whole bunch more damage. So for us who always want to be wearing no armor so that our stamina regenerates faster, it kind of helps both ways. Our stamina regenerates faster and we do a lot more damage.
Okay, so Engs hit that button that allows him to grab a key that he'll use later on, I'm guessing.
I actually don't think he needs that key. I think it's just habit.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused by that, but alright.
It might have just been forgetting which key opens which door.
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot to remember when you're doing a full board.
There's a lot of buttons in this room that all do different things.
You see,
So the key
Nick?
he just grabbed, lets him get to the hidden boss of this area.
You see Nick has picked up the Royal Soldier Ring, and now he's picking up a branch, so he doesn't have to buy one later on.
Yeah, he's Nick is making his way through No Man's Wharf here. There's a few things that the guys are required to do in here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to Gablan, get 20 arrows, 20 poison arrows.
Yeah, and I think he has the stats to talk to Carillion as well, who he needs to send back to town, and he has to fight Flexile Sentry also.
Okay, I don't think he bought any poison arrows, so he might have made a mistake.
He did.
There. Okay.
Yeah, he bought the poison arrows. Now he's going to talk to Carillion. So, in order to talk to Carillion, you have to level your intelligence stat to 8. Otherwise, he won't talk to you. And Nick's going to buy some items from him. He sells the clear bluestone ring, which they need to get. He sells a really good spell called Yearn, which acts like a alluring skull, but stronger. And also, you need to send him back to town, but he won't go back to town until you kill Flexile Sentry. So Nick is going to now fight the boss.
Okay, so as we
Okay.
just... Hello?
Good moment for me to pop in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, hello all. I am a Bingothon host. My name is Just Call Me MB. Just wanted to check in because I know that we are well underway with this Dark Souls run. This is looking awesome, by the way. Thanks for the awesome commentary. And the next race coming up will be Hollow Knight. There is actually an incentive for Hollow Knight, the Path of Pain race, and we've already raised $70 for that. So if we just raise $30 more, we're going to see that. So that's pretty exciting. Just wanted to remind people at home that if you're having fun, feel free to donate.
As somebody who died about 100 times doing the Path of Pain the first time, that would be, I would recommend seeing a race like that. That Hollow Knight is an amazing game, and the Path of Pain is really, really cool to see somebody do well.
Okay, as we can see, both Pseudo and Nick are fighting their bosses with a bow.
Yeah, Nick has chosen to fight Flexile Sentry with a bow. Flexile isn't a very hard boss. The only thing that's he's got a really cool moveset because he's kind of got two sides of his body that each have a different moveset, and this room actually slowly fills up with water. The longer this boss fight takes, the harder it'll be for him to move. But he already has the boss almost dead. The boss doesn't have a lot of health, so he should be okay here.
So, although we have the don't kill a boss, don't use the bow square, we've obviously omitted this particular fight.
Yeah, so you've probably noticed ensgmaster aiming a bunch. He's actually using a crossbow and not a regular bow, which is a different class of weapon, so we generally allow it. But the bow is used for many things, usually for aiming jumps and for hitting buttons that are far away. But we have a don't use a bow square, so you need to not use it. And crossbows, generally speaking, are more difficult to find.
Yeah. Oh, Pseudo got grabbed!
Oh no, Pseudo got eaten. So this is a super rare attack. You almost never see it. He actually eats your equipment if that happens. So he takes off all your... If you're wearing a full set of armor, when he does that attack, you'll come out of it wearing no armor.
Yeah, he also took off the bow as well. That's really funny.
I've never actually seen somebody get hit by that attack before.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's marathon luck right there. I love it. So Nick is now heading up into Bastille from the other side. I'm actually not sure why, but he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what he's doing. Maybe he's going back to Macduff and then going to Sentinel? No.
I think he was just not wanting to use a homeward bone, so he took the long way around, but maybe he needs it for later. All right, Ensgmaster now is on his way to Skeleton Lords. So obviously, it seems like Engs is a little bit behind, but he's already completed all the DLC 1 stuff that he needs to do.
Yeah.
I think, except for Promised Walk of Peace, I think he forgot to grab that.
Yeah, actually, I didn't see him pick him up. Okay. But that might be something that they have to backtrack to get. But it's not far from the bonfire, so it should be fine. So Jeff is going to talk to Kale and get the ring to the mansion, which Nick is currently in.
Yeah, they don't actually. I don't think they need anything out of the mansion. Nick was just grabbing an Estus Flask Shard and a Soul Vessel.
So the
Soul Vessel lets you reset your levels. So if you level up in a way that you don't like, or you want to change your build, you can take a Soul Vessel and you can resettle your levels to 0, and you can put them back the way you want them.
Yeah, it could be useful in this one if you're obviously killing a boss with the miracles.
Yeah, I think he's got to kill boss with, somebody has to kill boss with hexes and with miracles, so I'm sure he just wants to be able to reset his stats. He also just bought the Mira Greatsword, and he bought a Fragrant Branch of Yore and a Pharos' Lockstone. Pharos Lockstones are used all over the game. There's these little faces on the wall or in the floor, and when you put a Lockstone into them, it opens a door, basically.
Yeah, he's going to use this to grab the Santia's Spear after Nazca. You can see him. I don't know why he's talking to Ben Hart, because Ben Hart doesn't go back to Medulla, but there we go.
That's okay.
He does. He does.
No, he doesn't. He has a quest line that progresses forward. So when you talk to him here, he'll give you a gesture, and he'll move to Drangleic Castle.
Yeah. Cool.
But now he's talking to Rosabeth. He's going to give her some armor, because she does go back to Medulla. Oh, he's giving her a full set. What a nice guy. And Pseudo just killed Mytha, the Baneful Queen. Really hard boss casually the first time. If you don't know, her room is filled with poison, and it's very, very hard to deal with, but there's a windmill that you can burn that'll empty the poison out of the room. I didn't know that the first time. I just thought that was how you're supposed to fight her.
Yeah, if you fight her with the poison, it can be a real task.
So Ensgmaster now is fighting the Rotten on New Game Plus, and he's going to fight the Rotten probably 2 more times, and the reason he's doing that is to get through the Shrine of Winter towards the late game. You have 2 options. You can either kill all 4 Lord Souls, which is the Rotten, the Duke's-Deer Freya, Old Iron King, and Lost Sinner, or you can just get 1,000,000 souls over the course of your playtime. And it's much faster to just get 1,000,000 souls. So that's what we do. So we just fight the Rotten a bunch of times because it's easy to get to him.
And as you can see, before he went to Skelly's, he went to buy Dark Weapon. This is a really, really powerful spell, especially after you imbue your weapon. And it's much more damage than just using resins. And he's also imbued his weapon with lightning, because as we said before, lightning is the most effective for the run.
So Jeff just unfroze that beast guy, and he drops a key called the Claw Key that's going to let him unlock a blacksmith. So he can now get a blacksmith that'll let him trade boss souls for weapons. And he's going to need that later in the run.
Let's hope he doesn't kill this blacksmith by accident.
That has been known to happen.
These basilisks have the ability to petrify with the mist ability. And it has happened before where they have actually petrified the NPCs.
Yeah, NPCs can just be hit by enemies. Like by any old enemy can be hit by can hit an NPC. I've seen NPCs kill the first merchant in the game. I've seen them kill the blacksmith. I've seen them kill the other boss soul guy straight as well, actually.
Yeah. So it looks like Pseudo just picked up the 3 bonfire aesthetics in Iron Keep, so he's probably going to instead of what ensgmaster's doing, which is resetting Rotten, he might reset Iron King, which is a
Maybe. No, Angs just died.
Resetting Iron King was a old any percent strat, and we now use Rock.
Okay, so Jeff is going to kill Lucatiel now. He's got an upgraded weapon though, so as you can see, she's dying much faster. Oh, and he parried her too.
Oh, that's what I learned.
So, unlike everybody else, Jeff actually plays mouse and keyboard. Basically most other runners play with a controller because the mouse and keyboard controls for Dark Souls they're not good.
Yeah, they're very all over the place unless you rebind everything.
But one of the upsides to playing with mouse and keyboard is that when you're playing with a controller, we rebind one of our buttons so that we can use auto run instead of parrying. And if you play with a keyboard, you can just keep your parry button and an auto run's a separate key.
Hanks just died again to the Rotten Fall,
No. So
he's having a little bit of trouble.
Pseudo is now in Iron Keep. This is probably, arguably, this is the worst area of the game. There's a lot of enemies. They're fast. They swarm you.
Yeah, and they're coming. He is coming up to a choke point where you can't get past unless you kill the little guy in front of him.
Yeah, so he needs to kill
the timing of what you guys are saying is actually perfect for a donation that we just got. Could I read it?
Yeah, Absolutely.
Go ahead. We have a donation from Tabs at $5. Thank you so much. Listening to the jank of Dark Souls 2 being explained so calmly and matter-of-factly has me in stitches. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this game has a lot of jank. It's quite fun.
There's a message in the chat about don't use a bow and kill a boss with a bow. When two things are really, really just when they're contradictory like that, we say basically you can kill a boss with a bow, but don't use a bow otherwise. So that's the only time that anybody could use a bow was to kill a boss.
Yeah, and then if it is completely contrary, like if you have to kill an NPC and we have this squared like don't kill any NPCs, we'll just re-roll the board. But
yeah,
luckily we haven't had too many
impossible boards.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often, but occasionally we do get an impossible board. Okay, so it looks like Pseudo died in Iron Keep.
Yeah, he died.
I didn't see how, but I think he got swarmed.
Yeah, he got swarmed in the tunnel.
But he's going for it again. So there's actually a safer way to do this, but it's slower. There's actually a boss about halfway through this area that you can fight. It gives you a second bonfire, but it's slower to fight a boss than it is to just run through.
Yeah, and the boss himself, Smelter Demon, is quite a difficult boss when it comes to it.
Okay,
a
Jeff?
Question from the other chat. Does the ballista in the Pursuer arena count as a bow?
We don't count it as a bow for purposes of bingo, no. So when we have squares like kill a boss with a bow or kill a boss with a crossbow, we only count equipable items towards that.
Okay, so looks like Jeff is going down to Flexile Sentry.
Yeah, and Nick is buying some hexes. It looks like he's going to be the one to kill a boss with a hex, so he's buying himself a couple of hexes. And now he's on his way to Skeleton Lords as well. And Pseudo is currently getting swarmed again.
Oh, damn. He actually managed to get through that then.
Yeah, that was a good backup. This is a really, really hard area to back up. Like, a lot of the time, if you get stuck in this hallway, you're just dead.
Yeah, especially when you have the one of two phantoms that can spawn behind you.
Yeah, that's the main benefit of fighting that first boss, actually, is when you fight the boss, the phantom returns to their world.
Yeah, so we can see Pseudo's going up to the bonfire because you have to have that specific bonfire to reset the Iron King. Okay, so
Ensgmaster is on his way to Drangleic Castle now that he's killed the Rotten 4 times. He had enough souls to get through the Shrine of Winter. So this is what I would say is about the halfway point of the game, is the castle.
ooh, Pseudo get backstabbed, nice.
Oh no. I think he's just going to death warp. Oh no, he lived. I'm actually surprised by that.
Yeah, damn.
Looks like Nick is almost at Skeleton Lords, and Jeff is almost at Flexile Sentry. And Pseudo is about to fight Old Iron King, which is another one of the Lord Souls that you can fight. This guy looks scary. The boss isn't that hard, though. The hardest part is the hole of lava on the right side of where Pseudo is standing in the middle of the room. He throws you into there just all the time. Luckily, Pseudo's a really good player, and he knows how to just get out of the way. He's getting pretty bad RNG, though.
Okay, so it looks like Agnes is making his way through the Drangleic Castle. He's trying to get to late game as fast as possible, which is a pretty smart idea because it does take quite a lot of time.
Yeah, there's a few squares that are needed to be done in late game also. So it looks like he's the one rushing for late game. And then his teammate Nick appears to be handling the early game stuff. He is about to go fight Skeleton Lords.
We can see Jeff doing the same idea as Nick, going to talk to Carillion, but this time, obviously, Pseudo has already done a boss with a bow, so he won't have to deal with that.
Okay, Pseudo has killed Old Iron King, so he's on his way now to DLC 2. So this is the second DLC called Broom Tower. The only thing that the runners have to do in there is kill Sir Alon, who is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very fast boss.
He's my favorite boss in the game, actually. I think he is the most fair one-on-one fight that is in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Unlike Skelly Lords, which Nick has to deal with. It's just a small...
Yeah, Skeleton Lords. So in Scholar of the First Sin, like, apart from remastering the graphics, it ships with all 3 DLCs. They also changed some enemy placements. They added some more enemies to some areas, and they sort of changed some boss fights. And Skeleton Lords probably got the most changes. So normally when you kill, in the vanilla game, when you kill one of the lords, 4 skeletons spawn. Depending on which one you kill, it's either 4 bone wheels, 4 small skeletons, or 4 armored skeletons. In Scholar, they changed it so that it's 2 bone wheels, 5 armored skeletons, and 12 little skeletons.
Yeah, these 12 little guys.
So
Do
you can
really
get swarmed
swarm
by
you.
these little guys really easily. The boss fight still isn't hard. Like it's honestly pretty difficult to die to this boss, but it takes forever. You can sometimes burn through a lot of healing doing it.
Jeff's picking Engs is picking up the secret bonfire.
Yeah, so one of the squares is to pick up every bonfire in Drangleic Castle. This is the secret bonfire. And he's dealing with an invader while he does it. That's a planned invasion. Every time you go through the castle, you get invaded at that spot.
Yeah. You'll see that invader again in the Undead Crypt.
There is a way to avoid it. The lady that they were paying souls to turn that room earlier that sells miracles, Lucia, if you kill her, Nameless Usurper never invades you.
Pseudo's just buying a ladder from Gillian, and then he's going to kill Gillian in order to grab the item for Unleash Magic.
That's a risky play. Oh no, Jeff is bringing all the guys back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the ladder miniature, what the ladder miniature is used for is there's a guy late in the game that sends you on missions to assassinate NPCs, and he asks for items from them to prove that you've killed them. And you don't actually have to kill any of them. You can just buy the items from everybody. Or there's ways to get them without killing them. But if you're just trying to do it fast, killing them is faster than completing a quest line or something.
It looks like Jeff is going to go fight Sinner to get the Sinner armor set. That's going to be good.
Yeah,
and then
so that'll be the third of the 4 Lord Souls. So the only one we haven't seen so far is the Duke's Gear Freya.
Yeah.
But we do need to kill the Duke's Gear Freya. Somebody has to kill her twice.
For what item?
There's a weapon there that I saw. Moonlight Greatsword. You have to trade old
Yes.
Greatsword.
Yes.
So Nick has purchased a great shield. He's going to use his shield to kill a boss. I think most likely he's going to do Covetous Demon, the one that Pseudo did with a bow. Pseudo is currently fighting Old Iron King +1. So instead of fighting multiple Rottens, Pseudo decided to fight multiple Old Iron Kings. The idea is the same. He's just trying to get enough souls to get to Drangleic Castle. And Engs is on his way up the elevator to pick up the key to go to the next boss, Mirror Knight. Nick is running through Earthen Peak. He's on his way to Covetous Demon now.
And you'll see Sinner from Jeff the Big Lizard.
Jeff is fighting the Lost Sinner. So this room is really dark, and what that effectively means is you have to be really close to the boss to lock onto her. If you get a key earlier in the game, you can open some side doors and use a torch to actually light some sconces that light this room up. It makes the fight a lot easier, but we go in with a +10 weapon, and honestly, this is meant to be the first Lord Soul you fight, so she doesn't have a lot of health.
Yeah, she doesn't have that much health, but she does jump around a lot, and her damage can be pretty bad sometimes.
She's very fast, and she can do a lot of damage, yeah. So Jeff has killed now Lost Sinner, which he's going to need to buy her set later in the game. So Nick is now fighting Covetous Demon using a shield. The damage is pretty poor, but he'll make it.
And he's using a bright bug.
He's using a bright bug to get 20% more damage just to speed it up a little.
Oh, pretty good. It's about 200 damage.
So Engs is doing Mirror Knight. There's a strategy for this boss that we call Consistent Knight. He missed it. I think he was too far away. Oh no, he might get it here. So yeah, so if he moves with the shield properly here, he can loop the boss into doing that raise his sword lightning spin. So, as you can see, he just keeps doing it over and over again.
Yeah, it's a
And now
really
the boss is
useful
dead.
strat.
It's really easy to do. You just gotta kind of get the timing and get used to walking along the shield, and it makes the boss a total breeze.
Jeff forgot that he has to buy some stuff from Mogwin before he can buy the set. So now it looks like he's just going to go down the pit. Or
I don't know what he's up to.
seems a little bit lost, but there we go.
He might be going to get the soul vessel as well.
Yeah, looks like it. The consistent knight strat is really useful because the hitboxes from Mirror Knights are really, really difficult if you fight him normally.
Yeah, his shield, like it blocks 100% of damage, and your weapon bounces off, and it's got a really big sort of defense radius.
Now we go into Armana again. One of the worst areas in Starlight for sure.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest area in the game. There's a lot of mages. They fire homing arrows, and those arrows really do track you a lot.
Nick needs 2 more hits, it looks like.
Yeah, he's just about done here.
Well, speaking of done, if I may interrupt for just a hot second,
Let's
we had
go.
a $30 donation come in from Ghost Alchemist, saying, psyched to see some Dark Souls 2 content at Bingothon. Jeff promised me this would be better than I could imagine, and I'm really excited to see how this all plays out. And with those $30, he put the Ghost Alchemist put it towards the Hollow Knight Path of Pain incentive, and that has been met. And we also have crossed over $500 raised for Fred Hutch. So a fantastic start. If you're still excited for more Hollow Knight fun, Dung Defender with Fluke Nest and Defender's Crest is another Hollow Knight incentive, $25 away there. Please continue to give generously and provide your support here for Bingothon 2021 this summer.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for that donation.
That's awesome.
Jeff has to deal with the 2 giants in the gulch, and you can see they
Yeah.
do a ton of damage.
Yeah, Jeff's having a bit of struggle with the giants. Nick just died in Earthen Peak. I think he was on his way to Mytha. I saw him. He got invaded by Forlorn earlier.
Yeah.
And Engs is making his way through Amana. He's doing it nice and safe.
Okay, good.
And he's through. That's an easy through.
Nice. Really good. Oof. Okay.
No, poor Nick. He's just getting destroyed by these mannequins. Oh, poor guy. So it looks like Jeff killed 1 giant, quit out, so that he can get the key. And Pseudo just killed Old Iron King. I think that was +3.
I think that's the last one. So now he can go to the Drowned Lake Castle, just like Engs has gone all the way through so far. And now he's going to fight Frog, or the Demon of Song.
Kind of looks horrifying, but not a super difficult boss. Especially not with the amount of damage that Engs has right now.
Really well done.
Yeah, Demon Song is down. It looks like Jeff just purchased the Lost Sinner set. and now he's heading down the pit here to get the key to go into DLC 1.
Okay.
And Nick is doing a nice level up here. He's leveling up some faith so that he can use miracles.
And also, he's looking
And
at
also-
his hexes as well. Because
Yeah,
hexes use
Hexes
both
use faith
miracle.
also.
Yeah, they use faith and intelligence as a mixture. Okay, let's see who he's gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight Sentinel there. Looks like it.
Sugo is on his
Engs-
way to Drangleic Castle, and Engs is on his way into the Undead Crypt. The Undead Crypt has Velstadt in it, and it also has King Vendrick, who we're going to see to collect his ring.
We need the King's Ring after Vendrick in order to get to a lot of late game areas because there are these doors that only activate.
Thankfully, we don't have to kill King Vendrick because he has a lot of defense.
If I might interrupt, we have another donation.
Oh, great.
We have a $1 donation, and that is a great opportunity for me to remind everyone at home that we appreciate anything, whether it be $1 or $20. Hey, anything, we will take it. So this particular donator is asking for a $1 donation train, more or less, saying, all right, guys, let's try something new. Let's write a story in donation. And hosts are going to have to read the whole story once it's finished. So let's start then.
Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go, guys.
I will give you guys the initial sentence from which to start your story off of. So our first starter is, it was a warm summer day, and Pekersproff just finished his Bingothon hosting shift. ...
Amazing.
So if you would like to continue the story, all you have to do is donate $1. The donations are for Fred Hutch. Fred Hutch was named the Coordinating Center for the COVID Vaccine Prevention Network in July 2020.
Yeah, that's great, guys. Do try and donate. It's a great cause to donate to, and as they said, any donation is important. Any amount of money can help. Okay, so Judo is just trying to get into the castle. Engs is about to fight Velstedt. And everyone else is working their way through.
Yeah, Jeff is headed to DLC 1. He grabbed the binoculars because he's not allowed to use a bow to aim his jumps. So he's using the binoculars to aim jumps.
Smart idea.
So it looks like Nick is headed towards Lost Center now.
Really
he's not gonna aim
relaxed.
jumps.
Oh,
He was
poor
trying to use
Jeff.
it to aim a throwing knife so that he could hit the target, but he missed.
So looks like Nick's on the way to Lost Center. Engs has just got the key, so he'll be going back to the Crossroads bonfire, as we talked about earlier. Oh, he's going to grab Kale's helm first.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to get every NPC's item, or he might be grabbing the DLC 2 key, actually.
Oh yeah. Interesting routing.
It's a little
Jeff
bit
cannot do the jump.
It's a little bit of all bosses routing. Usually in all bosses, they come back for the key later when they have the homeward spell, so they don't have to death warp here.
Yeah. Oh, he used a bright bug. Oh, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff falling apart. Okay, so now it looks like Engs is going to go get Kale's helmet. It's one of the items required to get Unleash Magic. Nick is making his way to Lost Sinner, and Pseudo is almost at the Twin Dragon Riders fight. He's also grabbing the secret bonfire as well to make sure he gets all 4 bonfires.
I think Jeff's just gonna have to throw in the towel on this jump. Like,
He might have to go around. It's not that much slower to go around. It would have saved him a lot of homeward bones.
okay, Pseudo's gonna fight the Twin Dragon Riders. Looks like Aang is. Where's Aang's going? Aang's is gonna go kill Falcon to get the Falcon item.
Oh, poor Jeff.
Jeff forgot what the way round was.
Oh no.
It's the thing when you do speedrunning, you forget the regular stress. Trying to fight Pursuer, but she keeps just jumping away.
Yeah, Lost
Ooh.
Sinner's almost dead. Nice jump attack. Wow, that was pretty
That was
sweet.
really good. Yeah.
All
That
right.
that position that Lost Sinner was in, she was going to parry Nick, but you can't parry jump attacks in this game.
That's the big brain strategy that the world record holder knows.
Yeah, very very good strat. Jeff is just gonna keep going for this, alright.
Oh, he made it!
Oh nice.
Holy moly!
Yeah, as you can see, that's how precise the jump is. It takes so many tries to try and get. Nick is just calculating what he has to do next. That student's getting killed by mannequins.
Yes, Engs is currently doing, I believe, Skeleton Lord's New Game Plus, so that he can get the Clear Bluestone Ring +2 that drops from the Skeleton Lord's boss fight after you level up the area with a bonfire setting.
Okay.
Or maybe he's on New Game 0 still. I don't think he made it this way yet.
No, I think he just picked up the dark weapon and left. This is quite a risky strat, killing all 3.
He's got a lot of damage and a lot of health
Yeah.
right now, so this is a pretty early game boss.
You can see how quickly he can get swarmed by how many enemies are around him.
So Jeff is running through DLC 1 right now in the Flynn's Ring area that we saw Engs in earlier.
But unlike Ems, he forgot to get the crossbow, so he has to keep running around to trigger the button.
Yeah. Normally you just use a regular bow, but obviously we're not allowed to do that.
Okay, cool. So he's off to get Flynn's. And is going over into... Pseudo waving to the camera, nice. And off to go kill Java, or the Covetous Demon. So he can go all the way to DLC 2. I think Nick is preparing to kill Nazca with sorceries?
I think he's going to do it with miracles.
Miracle, sorry. He
Yeah.
might be doing Rat Authority.
He's doing... No, I think he's going to do Najka with Attunement Glitch. So Attunement Glitch is if you warp and then you click your buttons a certain way, you can open the menu while you're in the warping animation. And if you overwrite a spell on the last few frames of on the last few frames of the warping animation into the loading screen, it'll keep the spell you initially had, but it'll give you the number of uses of the spell you attempted to attune. So Nick has purchased Soul Arrow, which has like 30 uses, but Lightning Spear only has 4 uses. So he's trying to overwrite Lightning Spear with Soul Arrow to give himself 30 Lightning Spears.
Let's see if he got it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he got it. So now he has tons of Lightning Spears that he can use on the boss fight.
Pseudo doing the consistent night strat.
And he got a
Nice.
stab at the end, but it worked. And it's just slaughtering Covetous Demon. It's actually a really easy boss fight. It's a reason that we use it for all the joke fights, like kill with a bow or kill with miracles.
Jeff is gonna try and hit that figure but he doesn't have a crossbow. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get to Promise Walk of Peace.
Yeah.
You can do it with fire bombs. That's how I did it the first time. I
Okay.
just aimed a firebomb and arced it.
Okay, so let's see it. Let's hope he can get it. This is an interesting fight to do in Miracles because obviously the slower you are, she's just gonna go underground.
If she goes underground, that solid piece of concrete wall there is an area she can't burst up and hit you.
Nick died again. Jeff died again, sorry. Pseudo is going to Almana. Let's see if he has good RNG or not.
So Engs is going to fight Mytha here using without lowering the poison. So this is like the all bosses strategy, but it's quite a lot harder. If you're too slow, you start taking a lot of poison damage. But ensgmaster is really good at Mytha, and so she's already dead.
Pseudo taking the second bonfire on Almana. The pretty good backup because you're more likely to die in this area than the first area.
And Nick, it looks like, is about 3/4 of the way done with Nashka with spells. It's pretty good.
Nashka's dropped down again, so that's fine. He's got good Nick time to reset, get ready.
He's gonna
Heal if
just
he
eat
needs
this
to.
mushroom here.
Yeah.
He's out of healing items altogether, so
Pseudo seems to be okay. Nice, he got there.
Engs is going through Iron Keep now, same as Pseudo did earlier. He's only going to fight Old Iron King once, though, because he doesn't need the souls to get to Drangleic Castle. He just needs to kill the boss once so he can go to the DLC.
Obviously, we'll see how the different routes compare, which one was more efficient in the end.
It's hard to tell because they're doing different things. Like, Engs is ahead, but he also didn't kill a boss with a shield.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, looks like
so
Nick's gonna go kill Rat Authority, or get the
I
Sentinel.
think he's going to grab Santir's Spear, and then he's going to go kill the Rat Authority, it looks like. It's going to be a tough fight. I don't know if he purchased Soul Appease, but it makes that boss a lot easier.
I think he did, but he hasn't equipped it.
He might equip it outside the boss room.
Oh yeah, that's true. Didn't grab Santia's spear, probably because he's going to go join the Rat Covenant first, so he doesn't have to deal with the enemies. Jeff is still... Think he hit it that time? No, it doesn't look like it.
Pseudo is about to finish Demon of Song.
And it looks like he's going through. Nice. And let's see how he deals with the choke point.
Jeff's almost got it with the fire bombs here. He's just got to aim a little higher, and he'll hit it.
Nope. Luckily, he bought 99. It looks like. So. Okay, so Nick's just bought the Santia's spear then. And uses homeward. Nice.
I'm really surprised how much trouble he's having with this. I think that might be it. Oh no, it wasn't quite. Damn.
No.
That was it.
Oh, got it,
Okay,
nice.
He's got it. Okay, so now he's going in to get Promised Block of Peace. And then I think he might be done. Oh no, he still needs to get the Sanctum Shield.
Oh, that's a good piece. Nice. Kind of whip the weapon tree. Nice.
So he's whipping the tree just to get a little repair. He totally needed to do that. So Nick killed the Rat Authority, and now he is on his way to fight Freya, it looks like. Well, he's going to fight Magus first, but he's going to fight Freya as well. Engs is making his way into DLC 2.
Oh, Lord Invasion in under Crypt for Pseudo.
That's not
That's
the
actually
worst
not
place.
too bad, yeah.
It means he can't buy the
Ooh,
mushrooms,
Jeff.
but... Oh no, Jeff. Oh.
There's two guys on... The first time you visit this area, you don't have to worry about those two guys on the bridge because the dragon kills them. But the second time is a bit annoying. Where is Nick going?
So Nick is making a quick pit stop here to get Staff of Wisdom first.
Ah, it's out on the board.
So he has to drop into the well here to get Staff of Wisdom.
Right, okay. I wonder if he has any talismans, or if he's just gonna kill the
I think he's
Mimic.
just going to kill the Mimic, yeah, before it even does anything.
This Mimic is really
Oh no,
low
he does have
health.
a talisman.
Nice. That knowledge, though. Okay, cool. Engs is making his way through DLC 2 using
So I
Alluring
think
Skulls.
Engs is about to do what are called the pseudo cancer jumps. And they're called that because they're really, really hard jumps, and they were found by pseudo. This one's called the Leap of Faith, but it's not really a leap of faith anymore. We use a mod called the No Baby Jump mod, which is allowed on the leaderboards, and it just because the jumps in this game are really janky, and sometimes you can just get a baby jump for no reason. It's like tied to your CPU usage, and the mod just removes them. But these jumps are really difficult. They're very precise, and they're really easy to mess up. So first one is done, nice and easy. And he nailed the second one too, nice.
Wow, dude. That's pretty good. Really helps much faster than the way around.
Engs is the world record all bosses runner, so he does those all the time.
It still gives me shivers though, like watching something like that and like knowing, like just like the littlest bit wrong and it falls off kind of thing.
There's so many things that can go wrong doing that. If your angle is wrong, if you do your plunge attack too late, everything can go wrong. I've learned them, and usually when I try them in bingo, I die 12 times before I decide to just go around.
Respect. Well, we do have one more donation for our train for our story. So I'm going to update our viewers at home and also remind them that they can easily chime in on this. All you have to do is donate, and you're donating towards an awesome cause, that being Fred Hutch. So our next $1 donation, let's keep the story going. I am going to be starting from where Floha started. It was a warm summer day, and Pikashoff just finished his Bingothon hosting shift. He went to grab some coffee that he poured into his Bingothon mug. When he came back to his seat and opened up Discord, to his horror, he noticed that... ... We have been left with a cliffhanger. So all you have to do is donate, and we'll find out what he found. Don't leave us on the edge of our seats, friends. Donate.
Absolutely. You get those donations in. Okay, looks like Nick's gonna pick up everything he needs for +10 and also go kill the Duke's Dear Freya. The last Lord Soul of the game.
And Engs is making his way to Aldia's Keep. This is one of the final areas of the game. And this is where he needs to complete a couple of things to get Unleash Magic.
We see Pseudo picking up the binoculars as well. Really helpful for the jumps that will be coming up.
They're meant to be used for aiming spells. You can like wear them in one hand and wear your chime or your staff in the other hand, and you can aim your spells without locking on.
And as we see from Aang, Pseudo is going to go to Kale and pick up the kill Kale and pick up his helm.
And Pseudo just used a faster way to Kale. It's a bit of a geometry skip. Jeff is making his way to Freya as well, but he's been invaded.
Yeah, okay, good. Obviously, he won't be able to use a Bite Bug, which is a little bit unfortunate, but he should be fine.
Okay, and Nick is going into the Duke's Dear Freya fight, so I hope you guys aren't scared of spiders, because there's a lot of them. But it's okay, because...
That's the perfect timing for our new emote. We have a Bingo Sweat emote that is perfect in this situation. Spiders.
Yes. This the lore of this is there was a small spider held by the Duke that was imbued with the soul of the Pale Drake soul from Dark Souls 1.
It's the Pale Drake soul. So each of the Lord souls in this game, if you beat them on New Game Plus, they give an item that kind of implies that they're related to the 4 lords from Dark Souls 1. So the Duke's Dear Freya, the Pale Drake soul is Seath the Scaleless. And each of them has a different one. Like the Old Iron King drops the Old King soul, which is related to Gwyn. The Lost Sinner drops the Old Witch soul, which is Bed of Chaos. And the Rotten drops the Old... I forget what it's called, but it's the Nito one.
The old dead one soul.
That's it, yeah. So that there's also a big dragon suspended in webs on the far side of the room there, if you noticed it. But basically, Nick just killed Freya, and now he is going to go get the... I think he needs to get the other bonfire, and he can use the other bonfire to use the bonfire aesthetic to fight Freya on New Game Plus. He might do it.
Sudo's doing the jumps with only a binoculars, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So Pseudo just completed his own cancer jumps.
And just fighting Guardian Dragon, using the setup to make it a more consistent fight. Nothing is truly consistent in Dark Souls 2.
Isn't that the truth?
He'll be heading off to.
So this hallway that Pseudo is in is very, very difficult if you don't have Yearn. So Pseudo actually has to fight the enemies instead of just using Yearn to distract them while he runs through.
And it looks like Nick is going to take the bonfire for in order to reset. Oh no, he's just picking up some more items, more what do you call upgrade materials. Sorry.
I think right now what he's doing is he's going to open the proper bonfire, and he's also going to unlock artifacts.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna take the bonfire that you are able to reset Freya.
Yeah, so this is sort of a secret bonfire. The room only opens from the inside, so you just have to know how to get here.
Yeah, and that's really smart using a torch so the spiders don't attack you.
Yeah, the spiders are scared of fire, so if you're holding a torch, they back away from you. You can't use the bonfire if enemies are too close, so he keeps killing spiders and hoping that now the ones are far enough away. It looks like Aang's is making his way through Dragon Shrine here. He's going to get an item called the Ashen Mist Heart.
And is picking up the scepter.
He's actually Aang's actually isn't here for the Ashen Mist Heart. He's here for the third dragon ring.
Yeah, Aang is here for the third dragon ring and the Ashen Mist Heart, so he can kill Alon.
Yeah, he will need the Ashen Mist Heart to kill Sir Alon as well.
Pseudo using the Scorched Scepter to activate all the elevators. But he still needs to go and get the Ashen Mist Heart before he can fight Sir Alon.
I think he might be going to get the Alon bonfire, though.
Nick, Jeff getting a little trapped, but he seems to be okay.
So Nick is on his way now to fight Freya on New Game Plus.
Pseudo's getting the keys.
And it looks like Jeff is making his way to Skeleton Lords.
Yeah, and he's gonna grab this key so he can activate the bonfire, which allows you to fight Skeleton Lords on +1.
Yeah, we need to fight Skeleton Lords on New Game Plus as well for clear Bluestone Ring +2. We need to fight Freya on New Game Plus for the Old Pale Drake Soul to acquire the Moonlight Greatsword.
Okay. Pseudo making his way down to Fume Knight.
So it looks like Nick doesn't have enough alluring skulls to distract the spiders, so instead he's just holding a torch so they leave him alone.
You can see there's a crystal statue there behind Nick. That you can interact with that when you have the Ashen Mist Heart to go into the dragon's memory. Okay, and looks like Pseudo's gonna fight Fume Knight.
Not 100% sure why he's doing that. You don't need to fight Fume to get to Sir Alon, do you?
I don't think so, but there we go.
Fume is considered by many people to be the hardest boss in this game. He hits really hard. He's got really, really wide moveset. He doesn't have that much health, but with Pseudo's amount of health, if one really bad attack could probably take out 80% of it.
As usual in this game, although we get used to the timings of all the dodges, the hitboxes are sometimes not exactly where they are.
Alright, Pseudo just killed Fume Knight,
Nice.
and Nick is almost done with Freya Plus. There we go, she's down.
Nice. Yeah, Ames is going to pick up the Scorch Scepter as well. Looks like Pseudo's about to fight Skelly's +1, I'm guessing? No, that's what Jeff's doing right now. Oh, he's
I
picking
think
up
he's
Falcon's
here
set,
to get Falcon's item.
along with a load of hexes. Okay.
And Nick is making his way into the blacksmith now. So this is the blacksmith that he unlocked earlier and freed her, and now he can trade the old Pale Drake Soul for the Moonlight Greatsword.
Just a few enemies, just a couple. Jeff seems to be finishing off Skelly's +1.
Engs is currently grabbing the tower key that he needs to get to Fume or to Surlon. And it looks like Nick is going to upgrade a weapon here, or oh, maybe he's choosing not to. Oh, it looks like he wants to make sure he has the stats. He's going to use the Moonlight Greatsword to kill a boss.
Just chiming in, it looks like we're about over halfway done with the board and at our halfway time. So that is really good estimating.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm pretty sure we're going to finish ahead of schedule. I think Jeff made the estimate. I think he was a little bit generous with the estimate. Yeah.
Totally. Well, I just wanted to remind friends what's coming up next. So this is Bingothon Summer 2021, and we have a fantastic schedule. Coming up next, we got Hollow Knight Randomizer, Draft, Blackout Bingo. And after that, Ori and the Blind Forest. They're two really beautiful games coming up with riveting bingos. And you're donating towards a fantastic cause, which is Fred Hutch. So I just want to remind you can go to our website. The Bingothon website has all this great information. We are both on Speedruns Live and on the Bingothon channel. And so join us either place. Make sure to follow so you can catch all of those runs. If you are enjoying the marathon, do know that there's even more content on the Bingothon Twitch channel, including, for example, the Breath of the Wild Zelda, Breath of the Wild weekly bingo matches, and so much more.
So Pseudo just picked up the Great Bow, so he can fight the boss with the Great Bow later on. Now I think he's preparing to fight Surlon, and Ames is doing the same.
So it seems like Aang's also killed Fume, so I'm assuming you do need to kill Fume to get to Surlon. and they're both now heading to fight Surlon. So they're actually pretty close in terms of the routing that they did, which is really cool, considering how different their routes were.
So Nick is using that moonlight greatswords to kill the last giant, so he can kill a boss with a lord
Yeah,
sword.
so he needs to kill a boss with a boss weapon. So he is choosing to kill Last Giant with the Moonlight Greatsword.
Jeff having a little bit of trouble trying to get to the bonfire to reset Freya. And Engs and Pseudo are getting to go. Engs is already in the memory, fight Surlon, and Pseudo's about to enter now.
No, Pseudo was leaving. He was just picking up the bonfire, it looks like.
Yeah.
But
Oh, does
Angus
he not
is-
have the Ashen Mist Heart? Yeah.
He
No,
might
he
not.
does.
But it looks like Angus is about to fight Surlon. Let's see if he can do it no hit for the really cool death animation.
Yeah, we can hope. Yeah, it looks like Pseudo never went to Dragon Area. Yeah, that's one of the best boss fights in Dark Souls, or one of the best boss fights in Dark Souls in general.
Oh, there goes the no hit. That's okay. So Nick just talked to Gilligan, it looked like, and then he grabbed the bonfire and left Earthen Peak.
Nice long kill. The team doesn't have too many left to go.
Yeah, it's getting
No.
close. Both teams still have to do a boss with hexes. I think Nick is choosing to do Mytha here with hexes. And both also have to kill boss with a great bow.
I think, as we saw Pseudo do, Engs is about to grab the great bow. Jeff managed to grab the bonfire to get Freya +1, so we'll see that again in a bit.
So Nick is using Resonant Soul, which costs souls to cast, but it does a lot of damage.
Okay, so Engs has his great bow that he's ready to use. And he'll probably kill the last giant +1.
And Nick has finished Mytha with hexes, and Jeff looks like he's trying to make his way still to that bonfire for Freya on New Game Plus. Pseudo is fighting the Guardian Dragon, and he's through, so he's off to get the third Dragon Ring and also the Ashen Mist Heart.
Gonna chime in with some downtime. Just to remind everyone, we're raising money for Fred Hutch, and that one of the two Hollow Knight incentives have been met. We are $24 away, though, from the second of the two incentives. Dung Defender with Fluke Nest and Defender's Crest. We could see that happen during the Hollow Knight randomizer, which is coming up next. If you are able to donate towards that particular incentive. We have lots of them too. And we have lots of prizes available as well. We have the game pack provided by Team 17, only available today, containing Blasphemous and Going Under. You can qualify with a donation of $20 or more, and that is cumulative over the day. We have mugs, we have Near Replicant, we have the grand prize, and we have Xbox Game Pass all together for you to potentially earn with your donation, so you can do good and maybe get something good at the same time.
Okay, so where are we at here? It looks like Jeff is fighting Freya. He just killed her, and Engs appears to be going up the elevator where Mirror Knight is again. I'm not sure why. He may be getting the Soul Vessel so that he can restat so that he can use the Great Bow. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing.
Now, Nick has Solar Peas. He's going to use that to fight the Royal Rat Authority.
So not much left for the red team here. I think they just need to kill a boss with a Great Bow, kill the Rat Authority, and get the Clear Blue Stone Ring +0, +1, +2. So we're approaching what I would say is them winning, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they remember to pick up Promised Walk of Peace.
Yes, they. Oh, that's right. They do still need to get Promised Walk of Peace.
They did forget. Nice. Okay, that was really good.
Nick off to a good start with the Rat Authority.
Killing those mini rats is really important because they can cause poison.
They cause toxic, which is much scarier than poison.
Oh, he's puking.
And he's dead. So I think now it looks like ensgmaster is going back to the. So he's going back to the old ladies at the start of the game, and he's doing that to change his stats.
Let's see where Nick is missing. I think Nick is the one picking up the stones, so he'll be fighting Skellies +1.
Yes, so he's going to fight Skeleton Lords +1 right now. Okay, so Jeff just obtained a Moonlight Greatsword, and Pseudo is just getting the Ashen Mist Heart, so now he can go and fight Sir Alon. So let's see what Jeff does next here.
Speaking of cliffhangers, we still are waiting for our next $1 donation or more to continue our story. You guys can kind of see at the bottom of the screen here, but when he came back, having poured his coffee, he opened up his Discord, and to his horror, he noticed that ... All you have to do is donate $1, and you can tell us what he found. Man, that power. Just $1.
So it looks like Jeff and Nick are both electing to do Skeleton Lords on New Game Plus right now. And Pseudo is picking up Unleashed Magic, while Engs is heading to Last Giant with a Great Bow so that he can fight Last Giant on New Game Plus with the Great Bow.
You're just getting Unleashed Magic. Let's see how Game Plus Skeletal goes for these two. Or Jeff and Nick.
He's also buying great arrows because it looks like Pseudo will also be doing the great bow. So Pseudo now has Unleash Magic, and he has the materials to use a great bow.
They do some damage when they get it done. Unfortunately, it's quite a slow weapon to use.
Yeah, the great bows, they're really quite strong, but they have a very long wind-up time. Looks like Nick is doing alright so far in this New Game Plus Skeleton Lords fight.
Yeah, it definitely helps that Nick is using the mace while Jeff is using the regular.
And Pseudo now is on his way to Suralon. He's almost there.
There's a question in the chat, are Green really losing that badly? They're a lot closer to the squares than they look, but they haven't actually done them yet. So
there are also some squares that just, I'm sure, haven't been clicked through yet. Like, I'm pretty sure Pseudo did pick up their Dragon Ring while he was getting the Ashen Mist Rite, but
he did actually. Yeah, that's true.
Normally Pseudo only really clicks on stuff when he's on elevators or loading screens. He doesn't just click as he gets things. But they are losing. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Any comments, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Aang's just about died there to last giant stomping on him, but it looks like he made it out okay. And he just needs about one more hit. And there we go. I think they're just missing Promise Walk of Peace now.
Yeah, that seems like that's that. Just one more item.
Oh, and Pseudo just died to Suralon. Oh no.
I think Nick is going down to Rotten just to try and help out his team if he needs, but the bonfire is already close to Promise Walk of Peace. Oh, that death to Alon. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's a tough death. But yeah, it looks like I think he's going for Promise Walk of Peace, and I think Nick was coming down to help him out, just in case, because the aim was kind of difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think with the binoculars, he might be able to aim a lightning spear. Okay, it looks like Aang's made it into the cave, so I think we're gonna be coming up on time in a second here, and that's that's it. That's it.
That is a GG for Nick and ensgmaster.
Congrats to Nick and Aang's, definitely.
GG to all.
I don't know if the host wants us to just keep the run going and let the others finish.
It's a little bit ahead of schedule.
Well, I would say definitely give Pseudo and Jeff some time to cut. They, as you mentioned, they probably haven't even marked out their goals.
I'm sure they're not very far off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Jeff,
we can keep going.
Jeff just finished getting all the clear bluestone rings, and it looks like now he's going to get Staff of Wisdom.
Right, the support. Thanks for the support in chat, guys.
Let's merge them all together so we can talk about.
Bring everybody in.
It's a great idea. Bring them in. Hey. GGs.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thanks so much.
Congrats, you guys. Congrats.
Hey, we're gonna let you. We're gonna let Pseudo and Jeff keep going.
Yeah,
Okay. All
things
mine.
are doing good work. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
We're
Yeah.
seeing some
Engs, you
excellent
had
gameplay
one hell of a
today.
race.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The only big mess up is that I needed to do the great bow at the end. I didn't have the stats at all,
Yeah.
so I had
Yeah.
to get the soul vessel, which was super long, and get back to the
Yeah.
start. But except that, it was pretty good. The rotten as well, I died twice. But
Engs had a really good route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
now,
solid.
actually, I see pseudo route and it was good as well.
Yeah, I lost like 8 minutes doing that shield nonsense at the start.
I liked
Okay.
Nick bought the Great Shield from
Yeah, I should have done that. Yeah,
from
for
Moglin,
Morgan.
and then he just
Yeah.
killed Covetous Demon with it.
But the problem is I couldn't
I-
do that because I killed Morlin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's more that they chose to give it to Nick and we chose to give it to
Yeah,
me. It's a routing difference.
Literally just threw all the memes to Nick, except the great bow, because getting a great bow is pretty cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we let the Gret bow for the last because it is easy to pick up in DLC. So
Yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah, it was no, it worked all well. To me, it's pretty easy route thing. Like it's really Nick that had to do the meme stuff. So
Yeah,
So,
I've been doing Iron Keep with just my damage has been so bad, dude, the whole run. Like incredibly bad.
no +8 strat.
Yeah,
No.
That's the
your
thing.
Iron Keep
I haven't
was
been to Bastille.
Yeah, but even though, yeah, no to Bastille. Yeah, right.
your Iron
Even
Keep
though.
was really rough, Pseudo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to
I
be low
can't kill
damage.
this. Why am I doing no damage? Does this person have like super defense? The fuck?
Not really. To lightning is normal.
I
Normal
did
defense.
I did 40 damage there to her.
Oh,
That's like
Is your faith really low or something?
I got 24 faith.
I know Nick did Nashka with lightning, and it took like 25 of them, but he did it.
Oh really? Oh okay.
yeah,
Maybe it's
it was concerning. Not gonna lie, I had to use one mushroom because I have no healing, and I was doing like
That was pretty funny. It's like, oh, he has no life gems. He's using a mushroom now.
Yeah. I bought all the mushrooms from actually the vampire guy because I was worried for like
Yeah.
I got
Yolo
invaded by Forlorn in Undead Crypt. It was good, man.
Oh yeah, I did. I actually
Come
did Alt F4 in DLC 1 to do 4. But like, dude, I'm planning to do so many memes. I have to quit out, and then that's terrible. Alt F4, just not dealing with this meme.
Which boss weapon did you guys use? Which boss?
Moonlight, Great Sword, and Less Giant.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine having
Yeah.
the stats for Moonlight Greatsword.
Dude, I was hungry in souls, you know. Like at some point, I was like, dude, I have no souls to keep going. I have no souls to do nothing, and I decided,
Yeah.
time to go lost. Time to go lost sinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was,
you did well, Nick. It's hard to balance the souls when you've got to do a lot of different memes.
yeah, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's why.
Thanks.
To me, it's Nick that had to do the hard stuff. Like, to me, it's literally just do the normal any person with like DLC 1 route, and just go to solo. Like, you have enough level to do whatever you want after, and just rush to solo. If you're routing wise, I have nothing pretty much to do.
Jeff, your DLC 1 was really sad to watch.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like, I don't know, optimally, I still feel like I didn't think about the 3 aesthetics in Iron Keep, and to be honest, optimally it may be faster. Just you're gonna have very shit damage doing that.
Yeah.
It was really rough though. Like the damage is horrendous.
Did
Like
you-
not
did
having
you-
flins is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy of when people use this bonfire aesthetic from I don't
Yeah,
think
I picked him up.
Yeah,
I'm-
it seems to be
I
good
get really
strat.
happy
It's no
because,
good at
like,
all.
no one remembers about this stuff, and once I said, "Oh, yo, Jeff, did you know this?" and he was like, "Yeah, man, this is a good idea." When DLC choosing the board, and then today I forget about it.
I
that's
think
it.
I was the one that suggested it, not you.
No,
Yeah.
dude, it was
No,
it was me.
Are you
It's
gonna
a
have
lot
enough
of-
spells, Pseudo?
I've got Spirostores.
Yeah, right. That's definitely a good meme right there.
Oh, yeah. I was just struggling with Najka, like a lot.
You can just walk through there.
What?
Yeah, you can.
Well, I
You
always
just need the
assumed you
center
needed
one.
to-
You need the center one, dude.
I always
I think-
assumed you needed at least 2. I thought that like the game was
You just-
slightly better than
Just do
that.
the center one and you just roll. You'll get through.
Great game.
What do you have left, guys? Oh, Ray of Blue. That is very bad.
Yeah.
That
the
takes a
hardest
while.
Yeah, Miracles, but also he has the meme stuff, and you didn't mark Sir alone, but you said.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, mark your stuff, Pseudo.
Mid-boss
Yeah, one
fight.
sec.
Nah.
In the middle of doing no damage here.
Yeah, then. Yeah.
Yeah, his damage is like really bad. Like really bad.
Yeah.
I thought it'd
I'm
be so much
always
better.
super worried because I never do any meme stuff. So for example, I almost died to Last Giant with a Great Bow, even if I was doing like very decent damage.
It was really concerning when he stomped on you and you went to like 10% health.
Like I don't know his attacks too well, so yeah. Doing any memes for me is definitely. I'm glad that Nick picked up the meme stuff. And we need
Yeah.
to do that one day. Well,
Yeah,
Just
in my
picked
opinion,
Your spear.
Oh, that one hurt.
in my opinion, I did a really good route because like everything,
except no soul.
every time I had something to do, I didn't have to backtrack. Like, I think the only thing that I had to backtrack was the healing. But
yeah.
other than that, it was okay.
Same.
Click it up,
I-
you know.
Yeah.
I saw the attempt.
He's still alive. Triple life gems, best strat, best heal strat. Yeah.
For people who don't know, when Najka does that triple slam, you can actually get on top of her, and she
Yeah.
goes into like a prone state.
Yeah, it breaks her AI if you do that.
Pseudo, by the way, did you know that the miracle damage it's shown the same as consumable, like firebomb? You gotta like the
Yeah,
damage
yeah,
that it's
definitely.
shown. It's 2 instances, I guess, of damage. So
I think
Yeah,
in
so
Lightning
then-
Spirit it's just one. In Great Lightning Spirit it's 2 instances.
I know it does like impact damage and there's some splash damage. That's what causes the second instance of damage is the splash.
I see.
Yeah, most fireballs have that effect of them.
Nick, your Resonant Soul on Mytha was really good. Like
Yeah, dude.
did a lot of
plus, plus 10 chime. Let's go.
You also haven't marked off the Dragon Ring.
Oh yeah, I'll do that as well.
Oh, I was just assumed you didn't have it.
No,
I
he
think
has
got
got
it
it.
while he was picking up Ashen Mistheart.
What do I want to do?
Nah, right. Yeah, toxic. Like even one life gem doesn't save
Struggling.
you constantly.
The struggle is real, Jeff.
I'm not doing well.
What's Jeff doing?
I'm trying to get through
yeah,
that.
it's
No,
just-
no one tell him. No one tell him.
Oh, Authority. I could race him to Authority, I guess.
He's trying to get. To, he's
no.
he's stuck in a horrifying nightmare scenario at Authority.
Yeah, this is nightmare part. It killed hundreds of runs. Like now the runners pretty have like some consistent strat for that, but it's not always.
Engs, how did you do DLC 2? Did you do the pseudo gems?
Oh, yeah. But crossbow is good.
Yeah, you got a crossbow. Okay. So...
Oh, that's cheeky.
But you said like last time we had this square.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know if
fine,
you
yeah.
were here.
Yeah,
we
crossbows
used
are
the
but like
fine.
crossbow,
you made it through there so fast. I was like, he must have had a bow. Like I did it with binos, and it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I had crossbows for
He must have had
having-
something to do it.
The crossbow was only bad for that, yeah. But to be honest, I'm not too fond of bow because you will need to change like a lot of things in what you do. Like for DLC 1, we should say it's no bow and crossbow, I guess. But
Yeah. So yeah, Jeff, you should have picked up a crossbow, mate. That would have been good.
I
Would
didn't
have
even
helped you
know.
out a lot.
like, I know the last time we got square in bingo.
Jeff,
we
Yeah,
did-
yeah.
Watching you throw firebombs at that thing for like 5 minutes was pretty funny.
I think it went well.
Oops. Let's go.
What thing that
Like
Jeff
you-
was throwing firebombs?
He was trying to hit the
Shut up.
lever for Promise Walk of Peace.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, he missed Photoshop jump like 8 times.
Yeah, I fell for the jump, but I had I had
Yeah,
the
you had the
crossbow.
crossbow,
So,
though.
yeah, I don't know if I'm too fond of no bow, no crossbow. Generally, I like things that like involves a lot of routing thingy, but having no bow, no crossbow would involve training a lot in various parts of the game because there are a lot of things you can't do with a bow. You can't do if you don't have a bow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you just because they are different weapon types, so it's just.
It's like if you
this
can't
weapon's
aim, you need to know to do this room in DLC 2. It's complicated. Or you find a way to do
Yeah,
the
Nice
jumps. I
shield.
don't know.
you can do it, but
I have a genius idea.
There you go.
I don't have the spell. Yeah,
Am I like
very
the smartest
concerning.
DS2 player of all time? Or am I the smartest DS2 player of all time?
Yeah, dang, actually worked out perfectly. What
I'm
weapon
actually,
was this?
I'm actually surprised
Play
how well
more.
that worked.
Yeah.
Claymore. Not even upgraded. That worked very well, actually.
It's what we use in any percent for megas.
Alright. So I know it's Senso that was doing at the very end of like No Infringer on Rat. He was doing Battle Axe there for these rats and worked pretty well. So you just spam R1 and hope they cooperate.
Yeah,
Jesus,
this boss fight at all is just a big meme. The
Yeah,
hitboxes are bad. The minions are bad.
yeah,
The damage is bad.
yeah. Usually I say that in Dark Souls 2, like it's not really about the bad bosses, but there are so many bosses that are incredibly meh. But there are a couple of bad bosses, like Kratos is definitely a bad one.
what do you got left, Jeff?
Kill Covetous Demon with Moonlight Greatsword and then torture Gilligan. I should be done.
You're killing them with all the X's, right? I was trying to understand what Chizu was doing for a sec.
Yeah, man.
He's-
I found that Moonlight
Oh my
Greatsword is a cool weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a
no
good
more.
weapon.
Usually when you get like a boss weapon, it's good in itself, even unupgraded. So
Give me end.
I hope you have enough spells, Pseudo. It's gonna be close.
Wait, what's the damage like with this at the moment? Okay, I could kill Covetous like this.
Easy.
actually we use Rapier because Rapier is the
Blast
most
jabs.
optimal stuff, but there are a lot
Wow.
of weapons that are still very good.
Have you got all the NPCs in Majula yet?
Surely.
No,
Jeff,
just
talk
need
to
Gilligan. It's the only one left.
Okay.
Have you
Yeah.
I
sent
was saving
Clan
him for
back?
when I could kill Covetous with the Moonlight Greatsword.
By the way, guys, do you know what's the actual trigger for Hosabeth to move? Like
To give her clothes.
You need to
Oh,
keep
sure.
her close, and you need
Yeah,
to
give her
discard her dialogue with circle after, and not run
Yeah.
away.
You have,
No,
to,
but-
you have to finish a dialogue properly.
yeah, but
you need
the
to
thing
do
is-
the dialogue, the circle dialogue.
If
like
she
when you
wasn't
press
in
circle,
Majula
she
and then
has
you
this
walked
button.
back to Majula and she was there, then yeah, we haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, so it's instant then. It's because in another match
Another
that we
follow.
have the square of putting 5 people in Majula. I did the same thing like until getting the Jester, and she wasn't there. And
Normally, when you press circle after giving her like the closest, she has like a thing, a dialogue of
Yeah, different dialogue.
I'm going to go to Majula. And if you
yeah,
don't, like, to me, if you don't get this dialogue, so if you
Yeah.
walk away, like if you walk away and you get the walk away dialogue, then she's not. So you need to really press discard her dialogue with pressing circle after giving her the close. That's what
Yeah.
it seems to me. This meme
Right.
actually killed my first all achievements run.
Yeah,
I hate to interrupt this wealth
sure.
of Dark Souls 2 knowledge, but we have had another donation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we have $5 from Kath. who says, I understand that the donator decides Pika's fate. And for anyone joining us recently, we have a story actually brewing in our donation train. So, hey, all you need to do is donate $1 or more, and you can be a part of the story. So, I understand the donator decides Pika's fate. Let's continue. To his horror, Pika saw an angry DM from an impatient Floha, and it says, "Ah, is it up already?" Now, dear listener, what is up already? Pika remembered. ... So all you need to do to be part of the story is to donate. And hey, you're actually donating towards a great cause. That is Fred Hutch, a Seattle-based cancer and other illnesses research organization. So I'll let you guys continue with your Dark Souls, but I just had to pop in here and say that.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pseudo.
Looks like
Mhm.
they're just about to get to the end of this run now.
Old strategy, pseudo. Great.
I've got that. There aren't any bosses left to kill, so I'm just killing whatever's in the way. And at the moment, Freya's in the way. So
What if boss heads die before?
nah, you need
You
to
can't.
get that.
What do you need to get that actually? I don't know.
You need to heal her head with warmth.
Ah, alright. I didn't know about that.
Nice leg.
Yeah, so Jeff is just going to send Gilligan back, grab the Way of Blue, and once
I think you need to kill Mytha for him to go back, though.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
Yeah, it'd be good to know actually if you do need to kill Mytha.
Yeah.
I can
One sec, gonna
go
put my phone on
back.
charge.
I know if you kill Mifa, he goes like without talking, but I think you can talk
Yeah.
to get a.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if you exhaust, he'll get back anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Is there...
Man, great bows are really bad weapons.
yeah, dude.
Too slow, right?
Yeah, like unreasonably slow. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh no, the spiders are back. Rip.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's there.
apparently.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you
Okay,
still
cool.
need to kill Mifa. Like,
I don't think he did kill Mytha. I think he
yeah,
just.
apparently, yeah, just need to kill Mifa either way, unfortunately.
Wait, so
Yeah,
he
I
is
ki-
there or he isn't there?
Yeah, he's there. Look at him.
Oh, alright.
Oh, that's good.
Never
to know.
mind. Yeah,
So
good to know
it's Jeff.
actually, because Gilligan is in a bunch of squares
Yeah.
and bingos, so.
Have you done
Yeah.
great bow yet, Pseudo?
He's
Nah,
almost
I'm
there,
still
dude.
killing Freya with a great bow. It's been going on a while.
I'm gonna beat a Pseudo. Hey.
This is the same, like for example, Navlan, like for him, if you don't have to complete his quest line to buy stuff, but it's like kind of
Yeah.
specific. You need to free him and be human, so kind of specific from what I've read.
So,
Because doing
all-
the
go.
quest.
when Pseudo kills Freya with the Great Bow, the green team will be done.
Ah, nice.
As long as he doesn't die.
Nah, that's fine.
Ooh,
Probably.
the webs. The webs.
It's the worst thing that can happen in this fight. Just saying. Okay.
One shot left.
Oh, come on.
Ooh,
Whoa.
choking hard.
Easy.
Alright, they don't leave you alone, do they?
Nice.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Almost though.
we done?
That's it.
Seems like it. Yeah. Well done.
Nice. GG's, guys. You had a really nice
GG's.
race. Very fast. There
Well,
weren't that
was
many. There weren't too many
Oh.
deaths. I had a death to Solon. That was harsh. A death to Iron Keep because I didn't do any damage, and there were like 20 enemies on me.
Yeah. Hi.
I think that was it. Really, big ones.
I noticed in Iron Keep you were in trouble when it took like 4 hits for you to kill one of the knights.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna go bad.
it was really rough, dude. Like, because if you can't kill a turtle in 3 hits, you're just always too slow. I mean, 4 hits with a rapier would work, but it would have been 5 hits with a rapier, and 4 hits with a mace, and 4 mace hits is just too slow.
Yeah.
You just don't have that much time.
Yeah.
So I guess
Pretty
that's an
good
area
board,
where
I would say. Not
Yeah,
too hard
that's
to
different.
route. Lots of memes, but not too hard to route. 2 hours is pretty decent for
2 hours is decent
normal
for
time.
for a
Yeah.
for like a hard category board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Sir Alone is like actually a really late game. I was thinking like during the play that like you gotta
It's a long
reach Instinct Dragon and then do DOC2. It's like
Yeah, it's so long, super late.
yeah.
It is.
I'm curious. Yeah, if your route was better, Angs. It's hard to know.
To me, like I never thought. I didn't even know there was 3 aesthetics in Iron Keep, but the damage output is gonna be bad, unfortunately, if you go your route. So that may compensate for it. And also, Old Iron King is kind of slow, much slower.
It was pretty slow, as I've now realized. I've never actually done 4 Iron King before, and doing that without Flynn's with a +7 rapier wasn't. I mean, it wasn't fast. It wasn't like horrendously slow. I don't think that would be like the difference between the routes. Because going to pick up Flynn's is a pretty big investment as well.
Yeah, but it was in the way of getting the aesthetics, so
yeah,
it's not too bad. You're just doing all the DLC one is pretty slow. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So
I think it's stronger than I expected it to be, honestly.
At the end of the day, if it was a bad idea, so it was Jeff's idea. Not mine, remember.
This guy. No, Nick. I remember Nick one day just DM'd you. It's like, man, 4 ranks the future of bingo. Everyone should be 4 rank. I was like,
I mean, it's
I'm not
okay.
sure.
The problem is, like you don't have the extra damage from thrust that like you do against the Rotten, and you don't have Flynn's or a +10. So the fight it's just a bit slower, and you can't punish every attack. So if he does a load of fire breaths, you're kind of like, ugh. Yeah, I
think
it's tough.
if you do the end strat like the +8 early game, I think it's okay. But
yeah, maybe I should have done. I mean, so the idea was I did the Pursuer quick kill, so I could just skip Bastille entirely, which I did. I haven't been to Bastille yet, which seemed like it would save a lot of time, as long as I was willing to do Old Iron King with a +3, which I was theoretically. But then I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should have. It's really close. Optimally, I don't know. Like if there's a speedrun route for whatever me or Angs had to clear today, we probably had similar squares. I actually don't know what the best route would be.
It's interesting. Like for kill solo, it could be interesting to know what's the best route. Certainly that though, because certainly your same pseudo. Because I think even if it takes a lot of time to kill Old Iron King, it takes like 6 minutes to get the DLC one.
Yeah.
Things. Plus, you need to go to the gutter and all. I don't know. It's pretty slow, but in a bingo like that, except if there is nothing absolutely in DLC one. Which
well, the original plan was to leave DLC 1 to Jeff. I mean, well, that was the plan.
Yeah.
I did get it all. Not fast, but I did get it all.
Like, not. I'm just thinking, like, was that a good decision? Maybe not.
I'm thinking about it. You could have probably given me the shield, and then that would have been about the same amount of time as going all the way to DLC 1.
Well, that's kind of what they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems smart.
Yeah, and then because I should have done that because you can buy the shield off more than.
I think crossbow was the smartest thing. That saved them like minutes.
Yeah, that saved them a lot of time
shooting things.
And DLC 2.
How did you get the shield though?
I just used the buckler, and it was incredibly terrible. My goodness, it was.
Can you hit with a buckler?
You can do a jump attack.
Wow.
Dude, it was so bad. Honestly, I should have tested it before. I didn't expect it to be so poor. Also, the hitbox is like it's about the same as a dagger, except you're doing it with a jump attack, which can't track. So you've got to like jump from 2 meters away to have a dagger hitbox on his leg. So I whiffed probably like 30% of my hits just didn't hit. And then when he did, it didn't do any damage. It was a really bad decision, all things considered. That was only like 7 minutes to kill him, 7-8 minutes. So, but I guess Nick's Great Shield was a lot faster than that.
Yeah, I was doing 200 damage on Covetous with Bright Bug.
Okay, that's actually not as high as I expected, but yeah.
Yeah, the duration was like the Bright Bug. When the Bright Bug ended, I hit like twice or 3 times, and he was dead after that. So
That was with +0 Great Shield, right?
yeah, +0. And surprisingly, the Great Shield had like 20 strength requirement.
Yeah. I actually have a Great Shield. I have a Rebel's Great Shield. I don't know where I got it from.
It's a key, DLC2 key.
It's what?
Pickup. Yeah, the DLC2 key pickup. There's a key.
Oh, it's
and
the
a Great
DLC2
Shield
key
as well.
pickup.
Yeah,
I
Rebel Great Shield.
did not know that.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I always discard it, so I kind of know visual buffers.
Yeah, I've noticed I've had it a few times, and I never know actually where it's from. Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can kill this guy with it. Ooh, that damage is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to kill this dude.
All right. Well, I imagine any other questions for the interview, or have you discussed the bingo to death?
Yeah, that's a good discussion.
Yeah, I'm finished. My questions are answered.
Alrighty. Well, GG's to you, Team Bamboozled, with the 148.46 on official Bingothon time, however accurate that may be. And GG's as well to Team Calm Mind for finishing out the run. That will finish out the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Blackout Bingo. Where can we catch y'all on the internets?
Most of us are basically just on Twitch.
Yeah, we all have our Twitch, and I think all under the same username, except maybe
Nick's
I don't know what, I don't know what Nick's streaming under. But yeah, catch us at Twitches if you're interested. We do quite a lot of bingos just for fun. So
also, if you like Dark Souls 2 and you want a wealth of DS2 content, there'll be a Dark Souls 2 Scholar any % tournament on Speed Souls over the next month or so. So there'll be constant races over there. So you could check that out.
It won't be bingo though. It'll just be races.
not
bingo.
80% race.
Yeah.
We usually do bingos at the weekend, just for fun. If you want more of these to watch.
Yeah, I think we've done bingo every weekend for like the past 2 months.
We've been like 4 bingos a week every week for like months now.
It's true. We do them all the time while I'm at work.
Hey, more bingos always appreciated. It's always a lot of fun to watch all sorts of games given the bingo treatment. Well, that'll be all from us. That'll be all from you. More Bingothon Summer 2021 action will be coming your way after this short interlude. Stay with us. Stay generous. Stay active. And have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thanks,
everybody. Thanks for having us.
See you later.
Thanks.
I think the answer is that we don't know. We haven't been able to test this mix and match strategy. It's possible that it would be good because there is this thing in the vaccine world that's called like heterologous prime boost, where occasionally if you give one type of vaccine and then do another, you can actually see an effect that is over and above both of them. But those have been done in like properly tested scenarios. That is not the case here. I think the case here is that we don't actually know whether you can mix and match. In the absence of knowledge, I would definitely recommend sticking to trying to get the second dose of whatever you got from the first dose. And for things like AstraZeneca, actually, when the UK did the first dose and the delayed second dose, they even found that a delayed second dose even helps the efficiency of the vaccine to fight disease. So you can push it out beyond the 3 or 4 week window and it should be okay.
Hello, everyone out there on Twitch. Welcome back to Bingothon Summer 2021. My name is Nordic Soy. I'm joined here by Mod366, and we're going to be your hosts for the next couple hours here.
Hello, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, noon, whatever time it is at your place.
Many times around the world. We've still got the morning on the west coast of the USA. It's evening here in Norway. It's probably the middle of the night somewhere in Australia. But you're all here to tune into some amazing bingos. And coming up next, we do have one of my favorites. We've got Hollow Knight Randomizer coming up, and it's going to be quite the show. Now, something about Hollow Knight Randomizer, there is still an incentive that has $19 left to go, which is the Dung Defender with Fluke Nest and Defender's Crest. We've raised $6 out of the $25 that we need for this to happen. $19 remain. I know one of you can snipe that out and make that happen.
Oh, but we also, right after Hollow Knight, have the next Metroidvania in Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. And we also have 2 incentives for that. One of which is Saintless, we still have all $50 for that to go. So if you want to see that, please get your donations in. And we also have the Rainbow Miser, and we only need $4 more for that. So if you want to see that, we do have about, we have an hour 45 for Hollow Knight. So we still have some time for Ori. But if you want to see that, get your donations in the next, let's say, 2 hours, and then we are set for that.
That sounds like a plan. Now, speaking of donations, during the prior run, we had a series of donations come in that told a little story, and we were instructed that the story needed to be read all at once. So here we are. It was a warm summer day, and Pikastroth just finishing his Bingothon hosting shift. He went to grab some coffee that he poured in his Bingothon mug. But when he came back to his seat and opened up Discord, to his horror, he noticed that. To his horror, Pika saw an angry DM from an impatient Floha, and it says, "Ah! Is it up already?" Now, dear listener, is what up already? Pika remembered.
But what
So,
did
thank
you
you.
remember? You can finish the story.
As I say, the story must continue. So, if you want this to carry on, by all means, we'll read your story as it plays out in the donations. And speaking of donations, Mod, I think there's another one here that came in.
Oh, there is, and I think on that donation, I will show you a bit about the country that I live in, because I'm going to do a little accent. Maybe you recognize it. I don't know. Yeah, but we have a $1 donation by Nick Style saying, "GG guys, it was a pleasure to play with you. Heart." Thank you very much for that. If you want to guess the country, donate. I will not look at the chat. I will only look at donations, and you'll get some points for guessing right.
Sounds fun.
And I'll do more accents for more donations. So, keep them coming, please. I want to do accents. I like doing accents.
I like hearing his accents, so yes, please do keep those coming. Now, in the meantime, we are still setting up for Hollow Knight Randomizer. So, everybody sit back, relax, enjoy some music, and we will be back soon.
Well, everyone, we are basically finished setting up Hollow Knight, and we are just about to transition over to there in around about now. So let's have fun with Hollow Knight Randomizer.